mate, what a place.
Yeah, great place, mate, especially Tasmania in itself. Great place to ride a motorcycle.
Yep.
Great place to be alone through the mountains or the back roads, hardly any coppers.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, it's always.
We finally made it to Richardson's Harley, and pretty cool shop at that. You know what I like, Lisa, is the signs. They seem to have a better collection of signs than most of the places around our place. Look at some of these. They're cool. So what we've got here is a Harley Davidson dealer who's set up sweet. How nice is this? You've got a lounge area, you've got the Iron Horse Saloon at the front. How come they've got all this stuff that we haven't got down our way?
It's all their clothes, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's cool, isn't it?
Very cool. They've got some really nice stuff.
Yeah. G'day guys, we're here with Simon Richardson at Richardson's Harley Davidson in Launceston, Tasmania. Mate, what a place.
Yeah, great place, mate, especially Tasmania in itself. Great place to ride a motorcycle.
Yep.
Great place to be alone through the mountains or the back roads, hardly any coppers.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, it's always a good thing.
Mate, the establishment you've got here is blown me away a bit, because it reminds me a lot of, say, something that I would find in Sturgis rather than in Tasmania. I mean, it's even called the Iron Horse Saloon, which is my favourite saloon in Sturgis. I love that place. It's great.
It's great, yeah.
But this, you've obviously been to Sturgis several times. We're going again this August. Love it, absolutely love it. But you're not just a Harley dealer. You've got the mechanic shop, you've got the clothes, you've got the museum upstairs, and you've got this bar.
Yeah.
And then over here, you've got a clubhouse for the Harley Owners Group.
That's it.
Have you put them to the side for a reason, mate? Are they that rowdy around here?
No, it's just somewhere for them to meet and greet, and we have their meetings and AGMs over here.
Yeah.
And we do their meetings upstairs.
We've got several little rooms here for parties and stuff, so it's an absolute sensational establishment, mate. Absolutely love it. So, talking motorbikes, what do you ride?
I ride an 08 Springer. It's my favourite ride.
Ooh, that's nice. I'm tipping you've got more than one, but
that's
your favourite.
A road glide, a 16 road glide.
Ah, nice.
Which is good for long trips and long hauls.
Yeah.
But predominantly I do like the Springer the best.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it would be lovely. Do you keep it here? Is there somewhere we can take a
No,
photo?
I actually just fell off it the other day, see this here.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, no, it's only a dozen stitches, bit of a flesh wound, nothing major. Hit a kangaroo, you know how it goes.
Well, see what? I mean, Victoria calls itself the Garden State. I'd say Tasmania has to call itself the Roadkill State. Mate, half the fun of the ride is dodging all the bodies.
Yeah, that's
you wouldn't want to be riding between dusk and dawn, would you?
No, because this is what happens.
That's what happens? Okay. Word of warning. Dusk and dawn in Tassie, not a great option.
Yeah, especially back roads.
So
the highway's not bad.
So when did you start Richardson's Harley, mate?
Must have been about 1975, 76, 75. Been a dealer since 1978. So it makes us, this is our 45th year.
Wow.
Had the business, I suppose. Initially it was called Richardson's Motorcycles. And that started really underneath my father's house when I was a kid. You know, repairing Badasseries and so on, which was my first ride. And then it just sort of grew, and the old man got sick of me making a racket under the house all the time, so I bought this block which was out here in the middle of nowhere back then. Yeah. And built everything you see.
So that was in 75?
Yeah.
So you've been here all that time? Wow. Wow.
Yeah, we don't like moving much in Tasmania.
Well, you're only at, 11 minutes or something from the centre of town. So. And what is it with Launceston, mate? I mean, it's a hilly, it's a hilly place.
Yes. What you've got to remember in Tasmania, just because it's 100 k's doesn't mean it's an hour's ride.
No.
Usually it means an hour and 40 minutes.
No, it does. That's actually, I've learnt that because we've done some long days, but not done a huge amount of kilometres. I think the other day it took us all day and we only got about, in the end we'd only done less than 400 k's. And But there's a lot of corners, and there's nothing wrong with a lot of corners, mate.
No, that's right.
So what's the future for Richardson's Harley?
There's always something going on. We also got another store next door called the House of Motorcycles.
Yep.
Which you're welcome to go and have a look at.
We'll definitely go and have a look
Put
at
that a couple of years ago. Thinking about building some accommodation units just behind this business here.
Oh, that's just getting greedy, mate, because if I was to come over here and I had some accommodation there...
You'd be staying here, mate.
That'd be it, mate.
You'd be getting on the piss and having the wow all the time.
I would definitely be getting on the piss, my friend. So, no, mate, really appreciate you giving us a few minutes of your time. Mate, I love your establishment. We're going to go in and spend some money next door now.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, thank you very much. Much appreciated.
No worries.
It's great to meet you.
Thanks for visiting us, mate.
Oh, mate.
Appreciate it.
How could we not come to Richardson's Harley if we came to Tasmania, mate? Had to be.
Without you guys having the time to visit, we wouldn't have a business, mate.
Oh, well,
you know, seriously. The shop's too big just for Tasmania. We have a lot of tourists come here.
Yeah. Well, the boat was full of them.
Thousands.
The boat was full of them. Yeah. And pretty much everyone that I walked by, I was able to see that they were all saying, we've got to go to Richardson's, we've got to go to Richardson's. So you must have something in the water here, mate, because it's bringing everyone by.
They're all dry.
So we're up here at the loft, I suppose you would call this, at Richardson's Harley. And boy, they've got some cool stuff up here. It's a museum, but they've also got lots of, model bikes and just some sensational Harley memorabilia up here. Absolutely. 1917 J model Harley. Look at that. I mean, that's as scarce as rocking horse shit. 29 J model. It's something you don't see every day. A single. 350 Harley single. 1947 Acme. Never heard of an Acme before. That's a new one. And of course, an old aerial. The important or the interesting thing about this whole building is Simon was telling me after the cameras stopped that the entire place is made of recycled materials. So every part of this, whether it be the workshop or whether it be the showroom or the bar, everything's put together with as much recycled material as possible, which is absolutely fantastic. He was definitely very proud of that fact, so that's a good thing. I can hear the boos as we speak, but here we have a real Indian, a 1918 model, which has got the original Headstrom designed engine. I mean, that's history right there. So we're heading into the belly of the beast. This is where it all happens, mate. This is where the big dollars are spent.
This is where the big dollars are spent, aren't they, Max? Big. This is all the day going to work.
So you've got 1, 2, 4,
now
about 8 stations. Wow.
Take off the room, which where we put all your stuff while we're working on it, so it doesn't get scratched.
Oh, okay. So this is basically storage for anyone that's
waiting to get the box.
Yeah. Yep. And all out here is all. This is all from recycled as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Wow.
Old bank tellers, dividers up there.
Oh,
It
yeah.
used to be between the bank tellers. You remember back then?
Yeah. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Sadly, I'm old enough to remember the day. It just goes on and on, mate.
This is where it comes. Bikes come in. Long-term bikes. They'll be all insurance.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I reckon there'd be an interesting story behind that one, mate.
I'd say so.
Because that one's been swimming. Looks like it's been swimming, doesn't it?
That would be more likely to be a tourist, I'd say.
Tourists that got their expectations and their capabilities mixed up.
Yeah.
We were discussing this on our podcast the other day. People, their expectations and their capabilities not being the similar.
Well, it's not their fault. They come from other states in Australia that have just got flat straight roads.
Yeah.
And they fall for the old line in regards to what I said to you earlier on. 100 kilometres is 100 hours ride. So then they don't leave enough time to get to their hotel room, and then it's getting dark or it's getting late, and they hurry.
Yeah.
And they get fucked up.
Yeah. Well, we were told by someone who gave us some really good advice, I reckon, and they said in Victoria the speed limit is a recommendation. In Tasmania, it's what you should do.
Yeah.
It's actually take notice. The signs are there for a bloody reason.
Yes.
So that's the advice I've been taking.
Right. And new obsolete spares through here. Get a quick walk through here. That's the photo room.
Oh, okay.
So we take photos. We'll put them on our website.
Yep. Oh, cool. Damn, there's some stuff in here.
This is just all used parts, you know. A lot of older stuff. Nothing compared to what we used to have, though, of course.
Really?
No, nothing.
So there's a big market, obviously, for the older bikes.
Well, someone's got to do it.
Yeah. And let's face it, in Tasmania, you're the only one that can.
Yeah, this is not all about Tassie, this is all about the world.
Yeah, okay. So you ship all over the world?
Yep.
Wow. Sensational.
What you make of it, then you got your new obsolete parts.
So new old stock?
Yes.
Wow.
This is all new old stock.
So much of it. Never ending.
A few exhaust systems.
Just a few?
Yeah.
Who looks after the inventory? Must be a very good register.
No register. I mean, all the new stuff's on stock.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the used parts aren't.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, when you look around, to see all those shelves, they're all Harley crates, bases turned upside down and used as shelves. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the crates that the bikes come in like.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Seems to be a really good sort of atmosphere here amongst the staff as well.
Yeah,
they seem to actually like.
Apprentices, nothing but pain in the arsehole.
Oh well, that's just
That's standard, isn't it? Like
standard apprentices. Yes, I was an apprentice once.
Yes.
I think I got.
Weren't we all?
I think I got stooged by every bloody stupid trick in the book.
Yeah. This is a room where guy does eBay.
Okay.
So does eBay professional. Look at him. He's been.
There he is. How are you,
He's
mate?
been out there for 3 months.
Is this Dave?
Yeah, this is Dave.
Well, that's a bit rough. Mate, the place is enormous.
Then we go through.
Absolutely enormous.
My son.
How are you?
G'day, mate. How are you?
Hey, good
Whitey.
yourself?
How's things?
Yeah,
Hey!
going well. Enjoying the weather?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit cool, but at least it's dry, so that's all I give a toss about. As long as it's dry, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Machine shop.
Wow.
We're probably one of the only people who can do it. Does anything?
Yeah, I was going to say, there's not many places that do make their own stuff.
That's really through the whole industry, automotive or motorcycle. You know, most people send stuff out to somebody else.
Yeah.
Here we still do welding, we still fabricate bushes, we still lace the two wheels, we still do electrical work, wire up bikes, stuff.
Yeah.
Baking oven over there. So when you rebuild a Harley motor, so it wrinkles, you know. And we just go through this because we've always been involved in wrecking motorcycles. Watch your head.
Watch your head, love. So this is the wrecking side of Richardson's. If you can't find it here, mate, I don't think you're going to find it.
Well, we are looking for some young entrepreneur like yourself to take up a post. Triumph collection here I'm going to sell. This is all, I'll just turn my on so the secret there, but these are all pre-65 Triumph. It's in state of restoration. Again,
Oh, wow.
you know, and that's all new Triumph stuff for the pre-unit, you know, pre-62.
Yeah.
We're selling the whole collection because again, thought it would be a good idea to only 1 or 2 bikes, but I ended up with the whole collection.
You've got a motorcycle obsession, my man.
That's it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
So all the stuff here on the left hand side new. New fuel tanks for that era, new fenders, you know, a bunch of engines. Well, a lot of stuff, crankcases, motors, frames, a lot of stuff. Anyway.
So this is mostly Triumph stuff in there?
All Triumph.
All Triumph stuff, wow.
So just so you understand, sorry, I should have said this. This was the first motorcycle store.
Right, so this is where you started?
This is where that chain used to be the showroom.
Yep.
And this part behind here used to be the workshop.
Wow, it was a lot smaller in those days, mate.
Yeah. And then just all the rest of it got built around it, you know.
Holy crap. Most blokes end up with a garage that's, you know, got too much shit in it by the time they retire, mate. You've taken it to a new level.
Well, I can't retire, so.
You can't retire, can you? Well, who'd want to from this?
Detailing
Oh.
area which we sunrun.
So someone can bring their bike here and...
I built 19, well, I built one which is upstairs.
Yeah.
That's just a copy of that one, but in a later model.
Springer front end, mate. I'm seeing a bit of a, you know, a pattern here with yourself and Springers.
Yeah.
They are gorgeous. The trikes, you're selling a lot more trikes?
Yes, I mean, try to give people who are older the ability to stay on the road.
Stay on the road, yeah.
Because as you get older, as you probably know,
Start
you know, your
getting
balance
heavier.
isn't as good, plus you're not as strong.
Yeah.
So really, it was a good idea for Harley to start building. I know they built trikes in the early days, you know, from the 50s up to 74 or 78, I think.
They were sort of the survey cars, weren't they? Yeah.
And it was a good thing because it gives people, as I said, something that they can keep motorcycling with. Because a lot of people, you don't have that many young people buy trikes. Usually they are like in their 50s and 60s and 70s.
Well, it's a hell of a complex, man. I like this. What's this all? Is it?
General manager drives that. That's a question. Spit it out,
Okay.
mate.
Question is, road glide or street glide?
Road glides are better to ride. Less weight on the forks,
Yep.
not as much buffeting, and really, they're a better bike to ride. Better than street glide.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
I love some of your little model of the Harley share that they've started with the original bike. That's a beauty.
So this will be the conclusion of your tour.
Thank you, sir.
No worries.
It has absolutely been a pleasure, and it is an impressive place. Thank you once again.
No worries.
Really appreciate it.
to meet
Richardson's
you,
Harley in Tassie, you've got to get here. If not to get a feed, at least to look and buy some t-shirts. We have loaded up on t-shirts, by the way.
Thank you.
Thanks, Simon.
See you again.
You will.